All right.
Okay, love them knives. We're at the Artisan Cutlery booth at the 2019 SHOT Show. And we got Russ, the ever dangerous, notorious, that is in from California. And he's going to man the booth. He's going to tell us about what's going on in 2019.
We have a lot of new stuff coming out this year. So, all right. Why don't we just go to the table?
Okay.
So I might as well just start with models. So let's go from this side, because there's plenty on the table.
Yeah.
So, let's go with the first one. This is the big dog. This is the Mastiff. Big blade. Nice carbon fiber accent on here. Titanium bolster. It's actually relatively slim for what it is, but a really good fit in the hand. Really smooth action. Nice, big, aggressive blade. And you were saying it kind of looks like the Apache. It's like, it has a similar shape to the Apache. Kind of a slight modification to the blade. A little more belly, a little tiny bit more curvature.
I think I like the handle better, though. It
does have a really nice feel.
Yeah.
So this one is just...
You know what? And that feels more smooth, more fluid.
It does. I think it is a nice little upgrade to someone who likes that big, cleavery, Warncliffe style blade. But this one's got a little slicing capacity, a little bit of, a little curvature to it. But it's still got that nice monster blade.
Yes, it does.
Let's go down for that one.
Yes, it does.
So, this one is tentatively named the Pangolin.
Yeah.
And this one is a little similar to our Interceptor model. This one has a nice machine texture on here, some nice lines, kind of like the scales of a pangolin.
Is that really a lot like, is that longer than your Interceptor, though? Is that a bigger knife?
I think it's actually about the same length, but this one has a drop point instead of the Tonto style blade. We also included a peg notcher on here, which is a relatively under-sharpened notching choil, which also can be used as a choil. It's not cutting my finger, but if I want to cut into soft wood and make pegs, this is what it's for. It adds a little bit of visual interest. And this knife has some just wonderfully smooth action and a really cool shape to it.
Yeah. It's like the Interceptor brother.
It is. So, let's move to this side. So this is our attempt at making a smaller bladed knife with more legality. That it's well, take a look. This is the Wren. This is a 3-inch blade, just a hair under 3 inches. Comfortable handle, nice and substantial in the hand without sacrificing the usability of a full-size blade. It's just a little smaller. Comfortable in pocket. We actually shaped that clip a little bit. We gave a little curvature to it. It's a very elegant looking clip and just super comfortable. The choil works well if you want to choke up a little bit and just feels fantastic, but a full-size handle. And as you see, it's a little, we could have put in more blade, but we wanted to keep this at a legal length for most areas. It is 3 inches, just a hair under.
But give you enough room for your hand.
Exactly. Enough room for a big hand, enough blade for all tasks, plenty of blade without being too long. So that's the Wren with a W.
It's got that really nice, smooth flow to it.
It does. It's got just such...
I mean, it's not too angular or anything. It really has a nice design to it. I like that. Yeah.
It does. I think the boss did a great job on that. So, now we're going on to something really cool. So we actually have our two first American designer knives on this table. So, we're going to go with our first one. This is the beast of the bunch. This one was at Blade Show this year. It got a lot of people interested. This is the Fulcrum, designed by Mr. Dirk Pinkerton. This is a full collaboration with him. We initially designed this idea. Dirk took a look at it, signed off on it, said, yes, let's do it. We wanted to make a big knife. Dirk said, yeah, let's make a big knife and see how comfortable it is. Turns out a lot of people absolutely adored this knife. I mean, for me, this is, like you can see, for me, this is a little big, but, in Mr. LTK's hand, here, why don't you hold on this guy?
You know what? Oh, not me. Don't have me do that. You know what? It's a beast. A mini beast? It's
not
weird.
mini. It's not mini.
It's not mini, and it don't feel mini. Look at that pocket clip. That's going to hold on for dear life, but you're going to need it to. But, I mean, the good thing is you can just flick it out with your finger, your thumb, flipper tab. Oh, you got the fullers on both sides. It's just a wicked. It's a bad boy.
The action
I mean,
on that
it's
is
a bad
amazing.
boy. Yes,
It's
it is.
got such smooth action for something so big. And for those people who want that big hand-filling knife, this is amazing.
I know. Me.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Right. So, and then this is the one I'm really stoked
Mallory
about.
design.
This is designed by Mr. Dylan Mallory. This is he's sitting behind me in the booth right now.
Yeah, I know.
And this is his first year at SHOT Show. This is his first design with any company. The guy has an eye for design. This is a very sleek, elegant knife. Almost, I'd call it a little dangerous looking. We did an inserted carbon fiber right here, so nice inlaid carbon fiber. This one is on black, but of course comes in all of our colors, green, blue, gray. Wonderfully smooth action, and just a really nice kick with that flipper.
And light.
Yes, very light. And
I mean, that's 9 inches.
It's
But
wonderful.
it's light.
And the one thing I love about this clip, look how small that clip is. Look how thin that is. It holds on really well, but in the pocket, it almost looks like a pen. It's surprisingly discreet to carry. Just very happy with this.
But I've noticed that the action on that's so nice.
So good here.
Yet there's enough of a cutaway to finger flick it out, right? So you can,
a little oomph. It's all right. Take some practice.
No, I stopped it with.
There we go.
I stopped it with the back of my finger up here. Stopped the flipper tab from moving around. But yeah, I mean, but the drop on this, it's not late to the party with the detent. So the drop on it is just so nice. And I think this is under 4 ounces.
I wouldn't doubt it.
This
is quite light.
And then the smaller version.
Oh yeah. So this one is a prototype. Well, this is actually probably going to be going with Mr. Mallory, so he can see what he wants to change on it. But we decided to get one out for SHOT Show because we ended up including it in our catalog because we really wanted to get this one out. So this is a 3-inch version. This one's actually a Damascus one, if you can see that in the light there.
Oh yeah.
So this one is a 3-inch version. Again, on my smaller hands, a pretty comfortable fit.
Yeah.
But for someone who just needs a 3-inch knife, this is a very elegant knife. Very gentlemanly, small, just really slick. And again, let's give it to your hand to see how that fits.
Yeah,
You've got a much bigger hand than I do.
I think Dylan said this is like 2.7 ounce. So this is lighter than my Manex Light, than my Manex Ultra Light. So this is like 2.7 ounces. This thing weighs nothing, but you know what? It's got some detent on this. Oh yeah, it's got some strong. So it's a real snappy flipper. Bam. But oh my God,
it's so light. Isn't
it's just so light. It's crazy. But I really loved this design when I first saw it. Somebody flashed it to me on Instagram, and I go, "Oh my God!" And I found out Artisan was making it. It was like, this is insane.
In addition to that, we're also doing the full size in Damascus as well. We'll actually be releasing his knife in both M390 and Damascus initially. Whereas we'll be releasing the fulcrum, so Mr. Pinkerton's knife, so this guy right here, this one will be in a big old slab S35 VN.
Yeah.
So this one, again, gorgeous design. The Damascus really has a nice look to it. It's a nice, clean look without being too much. And again, in hand, this is just such a nice knife.
Yeah, you got that right. I really love his design.
And,
I mean, go figure.
And we also have the proto for the G10 version as well. So if you want something a little bit more pocket friendly, wallet friendly,
or not afraid to use it or scratch it or something,
but again,
you can just.
We've increased the size of the cutout significantly, so you actually see that there's a lot of space to really get your finger in there.
Disengage the liner.
And the action's great. Again, it's got our nice deep carry pocket clip. Again, still kind of looks like a pen if you put it in the pocket. So again, kind of right there, kind of like a pen sticking up out of your pocket.
Yeah.
And just because we decided to make one because we could, we did a small G10 prototype. Again, these are going back with Mr. Mallory to make sure that he likes the way this is designed.
Man, I think that small G10, I think that'll be popular.
It's going to be a favorite.
I think so. I mean,
Super
it's just,
slick.
I mean, well, if you think about like the front flipper, like the Boost Smoke, I mean, that a slender, I mean, if he made one of those in G10,
that would go
it'd
like
be
crazy.
something like this. It'd be super popular. I think this is going to be really popular because it's reminiscent of a very slender design like the Smoke.
And this, so of course we're going to be doing this in black, green, and orange.
Oh, yeah.
The black one is, of course, black is always in.
Yeah.
But the black one in this almost looks like a dress knife.
Yeah.
Again, even at a knife that's going to be around $50, that's an elegant, slick knife with simple materials. It's not going to break the bank. This will be happy, you know, out in the wild, out in the wilderness, on the street, you know, in a pair of suit pants. Okay, I got 2 fixed blades, one proto, one not proto. So this is the 1803 fixed blade, the Osprey. In the fixed blade version, contoured G10 scales. We offer this with a white liner, a red liner, and a gold liner.
Wow.
If you want to get, you know, you want the Osprey, but you want something that you're going to just beat on, this will do it. Big old thick stock, D2, just a chunky, hard-used knife.
So what's that, a 4-inch blade, or?
Yeah, 4-inch. It's actually congruent. It's actually the same as
the Osprey?
Yeah, as the regular Osprey. It's almost like length by length, it is the same length.
Oh, wow.
I cannot say that for the Tomahawk fixed blade,
No,
which is
my God.
a little bigger.
Oh, my God.
Now,
yes.
this one's just a prototype. There may be some changes made in the future. We shall see. But we kept the big old choil.
Yeah.
Everyone loves the choil on the Tomahawk. And this one has just a nice choppy action to it. Nice big handle. Really good in the hand. Nice contour G10. And this is almost like, this is skirting a small machete size. Like, if you want to...
Yeah.
This is a good, like, out in the field dressing, clear some brush, work with it a little bit, maybe even do a little cooking.
I'm talking, you could put your brisket down on the table, and I've seen them go chop, 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 chop with the brisket, you know. This would be the knife. Right back and forth, chop that brisket up.
You can chop or you can shave.
Oh, yeah, I'm getting hungry.
Me too, and it's been a long day. All right, so those are currently the fixed blades we have available. This is our first year doing fixed blades. So this is kind of our initial run of it. We're trying to take our existing models and modify them a bit to make them a bit more, you know,
Pangolin.
fixed. So now we're going on to the unnamed models.
What was this one again?
That was the Mastiff.
Oh, Mastiff.
Yep, the big dog.
But you know what? Love this Pinkerton one. I'll tell you what, I think I got to have me a Pinkerton and a Mallory and Archeo. Got to have. I mean, those two I think are my big ones on this. I'm really impressed with this very smooth, contemporary, contoured on this, and I didn't think I'd ever say this, but you know what? If you want to stay to a legal blade length, but you want to have room for your hand as a real worker knife, and they're going to make this in what, G10?
Yep, G10 carbon
as
fiber.
well. So I mean, this would be a real consideration. Yeah, I mean,
Hard use EDC. So let's go on to the unnamed prototypes.
Okay.
So these ones are all still kind of under consideration. Let's start on this side. So this one was kind of a proof of concept piece for our machining department. This one has all these raised ridges and diamonds on here.
And this is not just an illusion.
Oh no, these
See,
are
it
actually,
does. It looks like a 2D that's trying to be 3D.
It does, but these
it's
are actually
really
milled
3D.
into the surface. If I can just kind of like run my finger over that, there's a lot of texture there.
So the Interceptor just went uptown.
A little bit.
Something.
But the blade on this guy is what makes this thing really nuts, because it's got probably the most angular shape I've seen.
Ooh.
It's a very aggressive, kind of slopey Warncliffe with a big choil and this kind of aggressively, this mirrored piece right here. It's just super triangular and angled out, and it feels really nice in the hand, but it's just such an interesting knife.
That is freaky.
It is.
I mean, that handle is freaky.
This is
and
us
then when you
saying-
put color on it, the refraction
it gets that nice
is
shine to it. This is us saying, yeah, we can do this with our machining facility. We can do interesting and complex things.
Just amazing.
We're not just set to just, plain old tie. We can do some stuff. And this is titanium.
Wow.
This is a slab of titanium. And this is just such a neat knife.
Where's your lanyard hole on there?
Lanyard hole is right back here. There's a little post in the back
isn't
there.
that something?
That way it's not getting in the way of your hand. There's no extra holes in the blade. It keeps this nice texture on there, and it just looks cool. It feels wonderful in the hand.
It ought to be a little box cutter, that's for sure.
And the sound on this, just like, see if we can get up close and get the sound on here. Let's watch your fingers.
Yeah.
Let's get the mic over here. Love the sound on this guy. Ooh. It's that nice, hard, just, it's there. It is locked in place. It is a wonderful, just click.
Yeah. Go figure.
All right, let's put this guy down. So, let's go on to something else kind of crazy. So this is a experimental lock we have. This knife is actually, well, it's the concept is supposed to be a how do I explain? It's supposed to be a modified back lock. So this one opens with a flipper, and see this portion back here. This one is actually on a spring, kind of like an axis lock.
Yeah.
Falls down, closes like so, pops open like so. Actually, a really nice feeling in the hand. And if you want, you can actually unlock it from the fully closed position. Pull back on the latch, like so, and it closes onto the flipper tab. We made sure the flipper was nice and big, so that way it closes onto the finger. And then close, like so. No name. It's a concept knife at this point. Still a prototype. This one's kind of been in the works for a while. We're trying to find a new locking mechanism that works well. But this one is pretty cool.
It's like the same kind of concept as the axis lock, but it's
a pinch grip closer.
Yeah, it's a different deal. Yeah.
So now let's go on to this guy. This one also has I can't say it's an experimental lock. It is a liner lock, or it's a frame lock, but it actually is actuated with a button on the front side. So this way your fingers don't have to be in the way of the blade at any point. Open the knife with a flipper. Nice simple Wharncliffe, very elegant, very practical. Press the button, close the knife halfway, finish the closing. Or open it that way, close the knife halfway, and go ahead and shake it closed.
Shake it down.
This one also has, like on our Cobra model, this has a breakaway ring right here, which you can just, come on. There we go. So, like that, snap in place. You can put a keychain on there, put your key ring on there, hang it on your belt. But we also included a clip just in case. I prefer the clip. Some people might prefer this. Either way, you can remove the clip, you can remove the ring. Really
Amazing.
Fun small knife. It's a smaller knife than we normally make. We're trying to make a few smaller pieces these days. But this one is, honestly, very elegant, simple, and really neat.
You know, I tried to hold that button down all the way, but it won't let you hold it down.
That's pretty much because if you look on the inside,
close it all the way because you're hitting there. So you have to release that button to drop it. That way you don't have anything in the way of that blade.
So if you look
when
on
you're
the
shutting
inside,
it.
So if you look on the inside, see if we can get in there. So see where the liner is right there? There we go.
Yeah.
So you press the button, and that pushes the liner out of the way. So that way you can close down onto the button.
But you can't go further. Then you release. Okay, I see.
And then it goes down. So that way, as long as your fingers are away from it, you can use one hand to open and close it without having your fingers in the way of anything.
Absolutely.
Super cool. And then the last one, this one is not what I would call an experimental lock, but it's our first time doing a full carbon fiber scale on a piece, which makes this very light and very elegant. Kind of styled after a Chinese cleaver. It's got a nice finger choil right there. Barely, this is not even a 3-inch blade, but really fits comfortably in the hand. Very much a slicey razor kind of knife. And there's a little bit of milling on the carbon fiber here. We actually put some dots down the center here, so it adds a nice bit of texture on there. Again, very elegant, very fun. And again, if you want to get some work done, this will work well. This has a nice fit in the hand, even if you have larger hands. And again, there's no name on this one, but pretty slick. Pretty slick.
Absolutely. That's really cool. So it's carbon fiber on one side
and titanium on the other. This one is actually the blacked out titanium.
Extremely light too.
It is very light.
But
really
it's got that cleaverish bad boy look, doesn't it?
It's nice, just nice curved, slicey cleaver blade.
Yeah.
All right, so
interesting.
That is, in addition to all the models we've released earlier this year, we've released several of our original models in a small version. We've released even more models with Damascus. So those are all new for, SHOT Show. Look forward to more of those models coming out, more small versions, more Damascus versions. But right now, this is what we have on offer. If you have any feedback, please let us know. Check our Instagram, check our Facebook.
My multi-tool over there.
Oh, wait. Let's go back. So this was released. Oh, we forgot this one. This guy was released last month. So in December, this is the Kinetic Tool. This is one we've been working on for a long time. And while it is not, we'll say it's not in its final form, this has been one of the coolest things we've made so far. So this one is a balisong. Let's get some space there. So I'm not a great flipper, but let's do what I can. So this one has a tool blade. You have your bottle opener, you have your hex wrench set, and then you have a small pry bar or flathead screwdriver on the back and a straight edge with a ruler on the back here. So it's a simple tool, nothing too crazy. This one has titanium scales. We also have this with G10 scales on steel. and we have a full steel one in the same pattern as titanium. Now, the cool thing about this, there's one little trick to this that no one's really expecting. So,
okay, what is it?
Let's latch it up. So, while it is a butterfly knife, while it behaves like a balisong, this is also an automatic.
Oh, I pushed some button.
Yep.
Okay.
So, loads up like a single action auto. Hit the button again. Boom. There we go. You can actually use it as a balisong in the deployed position as well. Close it back up. Still flips.
That's insane.
And this is just a really fun design. Now, we're hoping at some point to get a live blade version of this out. We're going to see where that goes. We're working on it. It's something that's going to take a little bit of time for us to kind of get on top of, but until now, the Kinetic Tool is available as a really fun multi-tool piece. We're very proud of it. We're really stoked about the design of it. This is the first tool of its kind on the market. I have never seen an automatic balisong anywhere else.
No.
I mean, maybe you have. I sure as heck haven't.
No.
But this is so fun. It's just such a neat tool. And then you also get the premium materials. You get titanium. You get, on the G10 one, we have contour G10. We have the flat G10. And it's just a nice option for someone who wants a balisong trainer or just wants something really fun to take to the bar. I mean, you whip this out at your local bar, you're going to get comments.
Yeah. It's like, hey, don't come near me with that Corona. I'm going to open it up.
But they're just so cool. So these are on the market right now. They are available right now. And we're really happy.
This is vicious stuff. I mean, I've seen that, but I didn't know about the automatic part. Where have I been? Oh my God.
They're just
asleep or something. Good Lord.
It's fun.
No, I might have to. Yeah, I think I got to. Yeah, I mean, that's just the most cool bottle opener and kind of multi-tool with an automatic function, but a bally flipper. And
it's great.
And my skills with the bally are renowned as being horrible.
Yeah, I will attest to the fact that world renowned. I think that's all for right now. But thank you so much for stopping by.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for showing us the Artisan line. Big change from last year. Lots going on.
There's
and
more.
Wow, it's so fast. Everything's going so fast with Artisan. So many new designs. Bringing Pinkerton in, the Mallory design, all these outside designers coming in doing things. It's a winner.
Yeah, we're doing our best to get more American designers in. We want to get more really neat designs out. We want to make things that are different and new and exciting. And some things may be a little crazy. Some things may be super off the wall. Some things may just be like, what the heck is this? And you know what? Honestly, that's where some of the cool stuff comes from.
Yeah.
So let's get a little crazy.
Yeah, hey, why not? Pull out the plug and have some fun. All right, thanks, Russ.
Thank you so much.
Take care.
All right, you too.